Yeah.
Oh yeah. These are like frogs.
So you want to tell me what kind of connection this is? Is it a text-to-text connection? Go ahead. What kind of connection is it?
Sometimes they give you
I said when the family gets together with their friends and they tell stories and play games. It reminds me of the time I went camping with my friends and
He
family.
never me because he knows a lot about
Text-to-text, text-to-self, or text-to-text.
And where did he learn this from?
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so now I want you guys to start making connections as I read and just write them down and keep them to yourself when we're done with the
Let's finish. If you're lucky, you might even find a colored ground beetle gleaming in the sunlight. It's like discovering a precious jewel. But ground beetles aren't just pretty to look at. They're excellent hunters, too. At night, they go out hunting for slugs and snails, which make gardeners very happy.
I got a question for that.
What?
Why thought beetles supposed to be black?
Just so you guys know, Amin is Ahmed in their African language. Amin.
Some are green.
Not black.
Some are green.
Maybe they're all green.
What is this one? Black, purple?
That's after we finish the book. So let's finish the book. Perhaps the greatest insect hunter of all is the dragonfly. Even the name sounds fierce, but don't worry, they won't come chasing after you. Dragonflies are much more interested in catching things like flies, mosquitoes, and gnats. Some will even snatch a spider from its web. On summer days, when the air is still, you can see their wings sparkling in the light as they hunt, twisting, diving, and plucking flies from the air. Dragonflies are fabulous flyers. They have 2 sets of powerful wings, which they can use to hover, change direction, and even fly backwards.
Now I hate Nobody find that dragonflies when you put them in a box, like slugs. They
Every
eat
time
each
you
other.
make a connection, make sure you put it on sticky note.
Mosquitoes. I love dragonflies because they kill mosquitoes.
No, sometimes they fly.
Which is an African game.
Mosquitoes and dragonflies still fly.
Let's finish up the story. It's hard to believe they started life in the water. But dragonflies lay their eggs in ponds or slow-moving rivers where they hatch out into small dragonfly nymphs. Dragonfly nymphs are the young, wingless versions of adult dragonflies. A nymph sheds its skin many times until it is fully grown. Finally, it climbs out of the water and rests on the stem of a plant. As dawn breaks, its skin splits open and a beautiful dragonfly emerges, unfolding its wings and drying itself in the sun. The special changes that take place in insects' bodies are called metamorphosis. They happen in different ways as insects grow from eggs to adults. Yes. What's your question?
What is that kind of bug?
What kind of bug?
That thing that we just made.
That's a dragonfly.
Dragonflies sting. And when they sting you, it hurts. Always hurts. They don't sting you, they scratch you.
All right.
I have a question too.
Yes.
Why do dragonflies lay their eggs in ponds? Ew! Why can't they lay them in ocean or something? Because they baby need water. I can't lay them in the ocean. They baby need water.
All right, we're almost done.
You guys need to get them with this book.
Okay, we're almost done. 2 minutes. That way we can ask some questions at the end. Sometimes when you think about these strange and wonderful things, moths hiding, ants talking, dragonflies changing, it's hard to believe that they could really be true. But you don't have to take my word for it. All you have to do is open the door and step outside. Be an insect detective. Find out which beetles live near you by burying a jam jar in the ground. Any beetles walking over the top during the night will fall in. But remember to check every morning and to let them go when you have finished looking. We're going to finish how we can be an insect.
That's that much words?
When it gets dark, put a camping light on a white sheet outside. This will attract moths, and you will be able to get a really close look at them. Allow a patch of nettles to grow in a corner of your yard. Lots of caterpillars love to eat them. How many could you find? Try making a place for solitary bees to live. Rinse out an empty tin can, put some glue in the bottom, and fill it with drinking straws. Then hang the can with the straws pointing slightly downward to prevent rain collecting in them. When spring arrives, you'll soon see a few bees coming along to investigate. Flying can be hard work for bumblebees. If you see one crawling around on the ground, it may have run out of energy. Mix some sugar and water in a teaspoon and give the bee a drink. It will soon be busy among the flowers again.
Sugar.
And give it to the bee. Take a close look at wooden tables, fences, or benches you see outside. If they have tiny lines all over them, you'll know a wasp has been there before you. In hot, thundery weather, keep an eye out for swarming ants. When the temperature is just right, the young queens will be brought up to the surface, where they will mate before flying away to start new colonies. Which one? This one? Flying can be hard work for bumblebees. If you see one crawling around on the ground, it may have run out of energy. Mix some sugar and water in a teaspoon and give the bee a drink. It will soon be busy among them.
Okay, say it again about the can stuff, the can with the bees and stuff like that.
The can one? This one? Try making a place for solitary bees to live. Rinse out an empty tin can, put some glue in the bottom and fill it with drinking straws. Then hang the can with the straws pointing slightly downward to prevent rain collecting in them. When spring arrives, you'll soon see a few bees coming along to investigate.
You got it.
So what kind of questions do we have now for Brad?
I'm not doing that bee thing because I don't want bees stinging me, so
I'm doing it. I'm glad to get it.
because I had to go to the hospital on Saturday because
Why?
I had a lot of bees stinging.
Hold on, what question do we have to ask?
What kind of questions do you still have now that you read this book?
Why do they tell us? I mean, why do they like?
They fly too late. I'm telling you. I said this.
Why do they like sugar?
I said this. I told the carman. I said, do y'all see feel the first remote control car for bees? Remote control car so they can start looking somewhere energy and getting me some more honey.
You can't take your chicken off plate.
Do you have a question?
Honey.
Do you have a question?
Right, so that was I lost some joy.
I
want to know what bees eat.
What?
Bees sting people.
Oh yeah, I got
Now, if one bee, if a bee stings somebody one time, why does the bee die?
Why does the bee die?
I would never, if I was a bee, I would never make a choice to sting. Yeah, I would never sting somebody I would have bred my white lice to sting a person. I would never sting, if I was a bee, I would never sting a person.
These are really good questions. Does anyone else have any good questions?
you don't.
I don't. Why do what do they eat? Oh.
How about we do one at a time?
Do you have a question?
Like what?
Do you have a question?
You're supposed to do it.
What's your question?
Go ahead and write them on separate sticky notes for me.
What? Do you have any questions about anything in general? About you think I'm what's your question?
Why do bees are
I got one.
And wasps like?
Oh, I got one.
One second, hold on.
Oh, I caught two dragonflies. I put like 3 snails in there, and the one I came outside and I see some dragonflies in there eating, and I was like, ew.
We're waiting for Abdul to pick up.
Why do bees sting? I had a jar of flies, and then I went to sleep the next day. When I woke up, I see some flies. Because I do. We killed them. Why are bees black and yellow?
You're making a connection to another book?
He said he had
No. Checks this out?
Not invested.
Why don't you feel like a bumblebee stinging?
It was invested, but we caught them
Until it's there, right?
and then later outside. And then we put a hole in the jar.
You can see the hole. You can see the
How many iPad you open things? Put some holes in the jar. Next thing I know, next day.
You didn't have it.